Hello and welcome back. We are into the second map of this best of 3. CeX leading it 1-0. And, well, that's Nexus now on their map pick. They need to pick this one up to try and deny CeX the 2-0. With CeX starting on that CT side of Dust 2. We'll see what may come of this, but Nexus certainly will be thinking they can pick up their own map pick as IM does find the opening kill. iFan taken down, and aggression towards mid from the CeX side. Not going to work out at all until Cypher eventually finds one, but it's all coming up yellow in the kill feed as Nexus, they do secure the round 1-0. It sits, and nice opening round from Nexus there. CeX tried to go aggressive, but they got caught out by the push from the lower tunnels by the Nexus players. Nexus, they need to pick up this map to bring us into a one-to-one situation and take us to the decider map of Inferno. I believe it is. It is indeed Inferno. So that'll be an enjoyable map. It always, I feel like decider maps of Inferno always tend to deliver. So Nexus will definitely be hoping they can take us there. CeX, though, will obviously be hoping they can bring this to a 2-0 scoreline and book their spot in the next part of the relegation. I think loser of this best of 3 will be playing no further part in the relegation process and will be relegated into advanced for next season. Right now, Nexus, they have a player advantage. Cypher, the scout towards a B site, takes a lot of damage. There's still 3 scouts on the board for CeX, and iFan with just a CZ towards the cart position. Throws out a flashbang to try and give him a bit of space, but he's going to get pushed, and he will get taken down. And that will be another kill for Nexus. Empty on the site, eventually gets one with the scout, tries to duck away. Will fall away towards CT, and will regroup with his teammates. So I think they're just going to save these 3 scouts for that next round. 3-on-4, not going to work out for them, and Nexus will convert themselves a 2-0 lead. But still early days. CeX, we saw what they did with the saved couple scouts and a couple deagles on overpass on that CT side. They were able to pick up a round off the back of them and just propel themselves to that 16 on the board. MT taking a lot of damage there. It's actually impact going down to IM as well, so that's one of the scouts gone. Nexus, just make the threat a little bit less for the next round. You just see CeX invest pretty much nothing into this next round. Just those 2 scouts saved across and a few USPs to try and assist on maybe some low HP plays that the scouts tag up. Probably the ideal situation for CeX there. Get the initial tags, maybe even a headshot or 2 to come through, but 3 players towards his B site early on. That's all of the USPs over there. Both the scouts playing towards A, and we're going to get a tag on towards Cement there as well, so a bit of damage done, but I'm surprised they weren't playing a scout USP combo on one of these sites, or both of these sites rather, to give them the chance of closing out some low HP players. But MT not going to be needed if he's just going to hit straight headshots with the scout. It's one of these Nexus players going down, and now look at the aggression from the B site. These USPs they're trying to chase, but Zello and BTN, those AKs, they mow them down. No chance for kills for the CeX side. It's all up towards MT now. 1 versus 4. The Cypher falls. Can he catch anybody here? No. Saxy does just finish him off. 3 on the board for Nexus. Closing things down. It looked a little bit interesting after MT's scout shot, but it was short-lived. And it was Nexus who, with the better weaponry, the better firepower, they do make the round work. Nice opening shot, though, for MT. The AWP comes onto the board and just takes the shot through the smoke as peeking towards long. Kills all just coming in. It's only Nexus who have one player alive. Cypher and Impact are 2-on-1. Should be able to close this one down, but BTN, that AK long range, can certainly still find these shots. Cypher half HP, and on towards the site. BTN goes, but being tagged down, being taken down. It will be Impact who secures the kill, and it will be CeX who put the first round on the board. Quick pause coming through Nexus. They have enough money for the full buy. They'll go for the full buy. Cement drops an AK over towards BTN. It's not... Well, it means BTN's not going to have much money for himself here. Oh, sorry, Cement's not going to have much money for himself here. But at least they all have the appropriate weaponry. A bit of utility as well to work with. But CeX, they've gone double orb. Cypher and MT to wheel both of them. A few rifles as well, just a FAMAS rifle, but it's certainly a viable weapon still. A couple of M4s to round out their field. Let's look at the aggression. He's already down bottom of mid. Almost caught a player on the cross there who was late to try and make his dash. But he's alive, no damage done. And Nexus, look at this setup towards the short position that they're going to have to deal with. The AWP playing a bit further back with a FAMAS close range, playing anti-flash. That could be everything for them as the flash comes through. Ritzy's able to peek as MT still finds a kill while blinded. Takes a lot of damage, has to fall away. Actually, no, he's still there. He just tucked away. And he's going to post up on the angle again, but both of them will be getting taken down. Maybe they should have fallen away, as Fluffs now has to try and recover anything for the CeX side towards the A side. As he does pick off one, brings it back into the 3-on-3, and that nade towards the site does a lot of damage towards BTN. 44 HP for him remains, and CeX now need to retake this site. That setup could have been everything, but they stayed around too long, and Nexus, after acknowledging the fact that it was there, they take them down, and Saxy towards the pit as well. Yes, a kill on towards Impact, and with Fluffs falling as well, it's just Cypher who remains in this round. Could have been so much for CeX, but it turns out to be nothing. And that is Nexus now finding a fourth on the board. Cypher just trying to salvage this AWP for himself, but it's BTN who secures the kill, and it's BTN with 3 in the round. Nexus denies CeX consecutive rounds early on in the half. Now, CeX, he won a round, but it was just 2 players surviving. Losing the follow-up round means they are on an eco. We'll be able to buy up in the next, though, so look on the bright side, I guess. It's going to be aggressive towards long. Mello picks off one. A lot of players approach him, but the AK is more than capable of dealing with that. Cement with 3 kills for himself, just empty remains. And with Deagle in hand, maybe he can find a kill here. Will they expect him at car? Looks like they're trying to wallbang his position, but it will be the AK that finishes him off in the end. 5 on the board for Nexus. CeX struggling early on Dust 2. Still plenty of time, though, to bring themselves back into this one, as it's a 4-round deficit at the moment. They've gone for 5 M4s here. We'll see what they decide to do in this round, as obviously not going to be able to play to try and 1v1 that AWP. The M4 is most likely going to lose out in that one. Don't see much chance of an M4 just outright beating an AWP. Obviously it depends on the aggression, but nice opening kill from Fluffs. Cracks the tracers inside of the smoke and gives his team the opening kill. Oh, Zello, there you go. They've managed to get themselves in towards mid and no control from CeX there. They're able to pick off a kill with that AWP. They've got so much control here as well. They can just deny any sort of rotations from these CeX players as they now wrap on towards the B site. And with Cypher going down, it's now up to Impact to try and hold back this tide of players as BTN kills himself. Oh no, I think he disconnected from the server. And that has given CeX a huge chance. They do take the round. It's the kills coming through. And I think CeX probably would have been able to maintain it either way, but with BTN disconnecting, it certainly didn't help them out there, and CeX managed to salvage themselves a second round there. It was a tough position to be in there with a lot of control towards mid for Nexus, and they were going to wrap on towards that B site, but Impact, he holds his ground, gets a couple of kills, and it does secure CeX the second on the board. And we do just have a pause here as BTN has reconnected to the server. Hopefully that will be the last of the technical issues. You do not love to see players disconnecting mid-round. It's always just feels awful. I mean, there's not really much that can be done. The round was coming to its conclusion. No real chance of a match or a round reset, I don't think, as we do get back underway. Nothing you can really do in that position. You just have to suck it up for Nexus. I mean, it's unfortunate, obviously, and you'll be feeling like maybe could have found something on that round, but CeX are the ones who post a second. Now with Nexus, they're just so aggressive. Holy cow, I am all the way up short. It's just absolutely nailed MT. Fluffs, one bullet in return is enough to take him down as they try and push towards this A site. They're going to try and take down Fluffs, but the AWP will connect, and that will be Nexus with the advantage, and the bomb making its way towards the A site as well. And Nexus, how are they playing Dust 2 like this? They're just running rampant on this T side. Marantz are back in kind towards the CeX side, and they'll deny them once again consecutive rounds, and they'll find themselves a 6th on the board. And Iphon finally dealt with. Nexus a 6th on the board, and this is their map pick. This is the Nexus map pick. CeX won their own pick of Overpass 16 to 12. And Nexus certainly looking confident on Dust 2 here. As CeX reduced to just pistols once more. A few deagles. P250 USP. Nexus has been playing so aggressive in the early round, getting to these such forward positions straight away and taking just kills off CeX players who just aren't expecting players to be there already. And this time, Nexus are playing a lot more passive. They respect the fact that CeX are going to be on these pistols, and they don't want to get caught out. They don't want to get caught out by a deagle player who's able to net 2 quick headshots and reduce them into a difficult situation. I am over towards the tunnels, does just find those players going aggressive in towards the B tunnels, gets a couple kills, takes a bit of damage, but all said and done. But MT, okay, that's a little bit cheeky, and I found as well, they found a couple kills in return CeX, and now they make this round a little bit interesting for Nexus, as it's only pistols still for the CeX side. They've not picked up any weapons, but they can certainly find something here as MT, the deagle, another kill comes through, and now CeX are going to try and push their way on towards this A site. Goes 1 for 1 again as Iphon on that deagle secures a kill, and now it's all up towards Zello, but the bomb planted for him, and there's AWP in hand. Surely the round not going to fall away, and he does collect both those final kills to give Nexus the 7th, but 4 players going down there. CeX, a huge amount of kills there that does help cut down the Nexus economy a little bit. But CeX will definitely be happy with that one. Nexus going to be wiping a few beads of sweat from their brow after that one, I think. Came down a little bit close. I mean, obviously Nexus had Zello in that just super strong position with a bomb planted. There wasn't really much CeX would be able to do, as now Nexus just punishing them once again. Aggression towards the B site. This time they picked off the 2 kills. Cypher and Impact fall, and it is the round going Nexus's way. Don't even need to wait for the other minute and a half. It is the round going Nexus's way. CeX just going to save over towards long. A 3v5 retake of that B site is certainly not a enjoyable task. The decider map will be Inferno, which it, at the moment, looks like we're going to be chugging our way over to pretty shortly. As a 5-round lead about to turn into a 6-round lead. And CeX just trying to hold on desperately to these free M4s. They've got a couple players around the corners. Zello boosted up from the elevator up towards that A site to give a different perspective towards long. But Iphant deals with those two players coming from the doors. MT can't do the same out towards long as he gets taken down. The Molotov holds Fluff's back as they start to push him aggressively. And he will get taken down just at the bell. And that will be CeX just holding on to a single AK-47 for Ifan. Nexus punishing them there. Now a 6-round lead, and CeX forced by an MP9s and a single M4 for MT around that AK-47. Let's see what it can do. I mean, 6 rounds down. This could be a ball of play for CeX, or it could be an absolute travesty. We'll have to wait and see which one it's going to be. That's Nexus. Take control of long. Nobody there from CeX to try and put up a fight. At the moment, it's 2 towards mid, 2 towards short, and 1 over on B. For the CT side, as Nexus still just clearing out. This A long position is over towards the B site. Cypher's been able to deal with that flank from IM. Gets a kill on the MP9, upgrades to an AK-47 as well, as now they start to push towards this A site. And Molotov at Fluff's feet. He has to drop a smoke to extinguish it, but now they know there's going to be someone around that position. In the smoke, Fluff still sits, and with the MP9 he's still just holding his position. They fake the bomb. Zello, oh, that flashbang, oh, it's absolutely perfect. Fluffs though, he fluffs the spray a little bit on the MP9, eventually gets one onto Saxy, but it could have been so much more there for that MP9. And now CeX are left in a 3-on-3, and they're quickly just being picked apart. Cypher's all that remains, and Cypher will to be gone. And CeX, they had a chance there. They had an opportunity, but Nexus, they bring it back. Three quick kills at the end coming through. And it will be a round on the board yet again for Nexus. 9-2 in a 7-round lead. CeX are struggling. They do have that, obviously, the map advantage right now after picking up overpass, but they may have had a bit of confidence going into this one that they might be able to take Dust 2 as well. But right now, Nexus, they are just playing absolute baller strats right now. They're just punishing CeX over and over again with these plays, and it's just the aim coming up for Nexus, which is just the deciding factor in this game right now. Nexus are feeling it, and CeX are being sort of outclassed at the moment right now. Right now, all you have to work with is a scout, a few pistols, make that a few pistols as Impact gets taken down in towards mid. Bit of damage done towards IM though, so silver lining and all that. But I don't think CeX really going to have an opportunity in this round with just 4 players alive. I mean, we saw what they did last time though in a 3-on-5 with the pistols. They managed to bring it into a 2-on-1 against Zello on the AWP, but the round fell away from them. And towards mid, Nexus will push. A few shots through the smoke attempted from that A site, but it's the B site that's coming in under pressure. And with Cypher low HP, he is no match for BTN and his AK-47. Leaving CeX with just a few players alive. And little opportunity to find much here. CeX. Not really sure what they're doing here. I mean, I can only assume they're just saving the sort of armor that they have for the next round, because they're going to get the full buy through into the next round. They're at max loss bonus, so they'll have plenty of cash for the buy. They'll have about 5,500 per player, a bit more for some, more like 6,000 for some players, yeah. And so that's plenty to buy up with. I can only assume they just don't want to give up frags to the Nexus. Don't want to build up their confidence. And obviously a couple of those players, the armor saves them a bit of investment. Now CeX 4-4, the AWP, the first proper buy they've had in a while. We'll see if they can turn the tides off this round. Because Nexus already in double digits is a big scoreline to try and overcome that. 8 rounds of difference. If they can win out the rest of this half, it would go 5-10. But still, I mean, it is a slight T-sided map. So, I mean, Nexus, they are feeling confident. It's definitely not a 10-2 half on Dust, or a 10-5 half, but still. See what the CeX side can do as MT through the smoke gets a quick double kill, but it is traded out by IM to give them the 3-on-3. Fluffs around the edge of that smoke. It's an awkward angle for the T side there to try and account for, and it has resulted in CeX in a 3-on-2 with this retake needed towards a B bomb site. Lexi and Cement, can they hold back these British players, or will they be able to get themselves a third on the board? It's going to be a tough round nonetheless. This B site incredibly hard to retake as they start their attack now. That Molotov over towards the back of the sandbag. Samin, oh, that's a beautiful double. Puts the Impact down to 15 points of health as well. And a one-on-one. Saxy, can he hold back Impact here? Yes, he can. 11 on the board for Nexus. And another attempt for the CeX side goes by the wayside. And it's 11 on the board. It's certainly going to be Nexus surely closing out this game. Or closing out this map, rather. They hold it back and Samin towards the back of the sandbags there. The Molotov comes in towards his position. There's a few players watching it, but I feel like maybe they should just not peek it and allow the Molotov to do its work for a moment and then take the peek, as it allowed Samin to just take the instant fight from the Molotov. Meanwhile, Ivan into this next round. CeX have reinvested here. M4s, a couple of MP9s, but they've got the opening kill this time, courtesy of Ifan. Out towards long. IM, again, just mid-control, giving up to Nexus, and IM's going to make good of that, but look at Ifan out towards long. He's been just on a round the world road trip. He's found IM towards the back line, but as they try and push towards the A site, it's another kill coming through for Nexus. A lot of damage done towards the players though in a 3-on-3, as we'll see if Nexus can hold this one down. Hello towards short with the AWP. Oh, that is magnificent. 2 quick kills coming through, and there is absolutely no chance for Ifan now. Needs to find 3 on his tally, but cannot. His sexy deals a final killing blow, and Nexus once again turn the tides of a round. 12-2, the scoreline, and one more round is half. CeX, I mean, you say they need it. But I think saying they need it is a bit of an understatement, as they go aggressive in towards the B tunnel. Cypher has been able to pick off a kill there, but it's all around the rest of the map where things are falling apart for CeX as another kill comes through for them. Ifan able to hold his own a little bit, but again, it's Nexus just keeping themselves in the advantage. Ifan, again, trying to bring his team back into things, but again, Nexus bring it back into their advantage. It's now just Ifan, a 1-on-2, and he can't do anything else here. 13 on the board for Nexus, an absolutely dominant first half. CeX had no chance. Only 2 singular rounds picked off in a sea of yellow on that first half. It's just been... Nexus have just had so much opportunity to just catch the CeX side off guard, and you saw that very early game with those aggressive pushes towards both mid and short, where CeX just weren't aware of the possibility and weren't aware that Nexus would be going for that sort of stuff. And even later in the half, it was just positioning that CeX weren't ready for. Players in the backline, they thought that something would be covered and it wasn't. But we'll see how they respond now on this T side, but I feel like we may be going to Inferno in a few minutes. We'll see if CeX can mount any sort of confidence booster set of rounds here at the start of this half. Anything just to give you a bit of extra motivation, extra confidence going into the Worlds of Final Map of Inferno, because either you just have to brush this one off, As Impact finds the opening kill, you either just brush this one off and just reset yourself going in towards the next game, or you just try and build a bit of confidence here at the end of this map, just to say, you know what, we had it rough, but at least we're still hitting shots. As it is CeX with the advantage in this one at the moment, 4-on-3 on this pistol round, and just armor for all these players right now. No kit for the Nexus side. Has been looking so solid for Nexus this game, and will keep on doing so as he does find himself with a kill in this round, as Zeller finds 2 towards long, and it's all up towards Iphon. All on his lonesome. And surely going to get taken down here. Yes, he does. IM. The second kill in the round for him. Nexus find 14 off the back of the pistol round, and IM is 20-9. That is pretty ludicrous. Pretty ludicrous. I mean, there's not much to say about that one. I mean, Zeller's also 16-5. It's just Nexus just haven't been dying, essentially. That's sort of where things have gone wrong, and I mean, things have gone wrong here at the start of this round for Nexus with the double scout shot from top mid. They're able to take down an early player, and now with Impact going aggressive towards short as well, they're able to deal with Zello, leaving just 3 players alive for the Nexus side. But IM, a turret over towards long, finds 2 quick kills. Iphon eventually on the scout takes him down, but there's still 2 more players for Nexus to try and close out this game with. And look at Semin from behind. He's able to deal with MT. Now just 2 players on the site, and long range with the MP9 finds another kill. Leaves Fluffs a 1-on-2 with an M4. Close range to find these shots, but BTN 15 on the board for Nexus, and they do close it down. It was an awkward start for them, but BTM, Semin, they do get it shut down, and they do secure map points here to tie this series up, and it is a pretty quick map point as well. They have 13 chances to close out this game in regulation. And again, CeX, they find an open at the start. Semin this time is the one who bites the dust due to those scouts. Hello, though. Over towards long. They flashbang to give him a chance. It's not going to work out. And CeX, there you go. There's some kills. Cypher and MT get a couple picks towards long. And now it's just IM and Sexy as they have to try and catch these players on the rotate, on the cross, rather. And Cypher does get caught as he tries to cross over before the smoke actually plumes, or before the second smoke plumes. So CeX lose a man, and that is not what you want in this situation. Yes, it's a 4-on-2, but look at Iphon's health. Look at MT's health. As for some reason we've gone third person. We do not love to see it. IM does get taken down. Taxi can only find 1. And CeX, there you go. There's a round on the board on this T side. 3 in total for them. That's actually forced Nexus onto a force buy with just pistols to work with. CeX have a chance to maybe pick up a couple more rounds here, so you never know. It could be 15-5 before you know it. And then, you know, it could be 15-10, and then it could be 15-15. Damn British teams and their comebacks, but Zello, I mean, now he's been able to find the opening kill, and Semin's been able to pick up the AK off the back of it, so CeX have got a bit of work out from them now with the disadvantage, and they really do not want to let this round slip as they try and push in towards this A site. But Zello, another kill for him. Oh no, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. 4 kills for Zello. Eventually he'll get taken down. It's all up towards Impact, but he can't do it. And Cement, through the smoke he pushes, and it will be CeX falling on Dust 2. 16-3 it goes, and it will be going to a third map decider.